At this time, we'd ask everyone to rise, take off their hats, and that includes graduating males. We will have the national anthem performed by our school choir.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon, family, friends, teachers, and class of 2025. Thank you to our teachers, sponsors, and admin for challenging us to see our potential and supporting us during our growth through high school. This graduation marks the beginning of our journey. It is the rise of the sun on a new day. As the sun rises each morning, we are reminded of new beginnings and endless possibilities ahead. May we rise with the sun to seize every opportunity and live with intention, for there may not be tomorrow. Even as we've grown into our own people and branched into different directions, we've shared 1,000 ordinary moments, the same sunrises, the same hallways, and the same steps towards something bigger in our lives. And it has been an honor growing up alongside you all. As a class, we are resilient, shaped during a time when the world paused and we had to grow apart, during the years when connection mattered most. But when we returned, we adapted. We rebuilt friendships, rediscovered routines, and put the pieces back together to become whole again. We don't dwell on the struggles, we celebrate how far we've come because of them. This isn't a sad story, it's a story of strength, of finding light again and becoming the people we are today. Like the sunrise after the longest night, we've proven that light always finds a way through the darkness. As Victor Hugo once said, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. And now, just as the rising sun, we rise up, original and unshaken, in a world that often tells us to blend in. May we stand grounded in who we are and unafraid to be original. In a few minutes, we'll turn our tassels from east to west, marking this day's full arc. Until then, and long after, may we rise with the sun every single morning like there's no tomorrow. Congratulations, class of 2025.
changed for good. It will maybe that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me. You'll be with me. Like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I
I am delighted to have the honor to introduce our salutatorian for the class of 2025. When Bella moved to the Midwest and started school here in Union County, she was worried about leaving her home in Seattle, Washington, and starting her life again. However, she flourished as a person who strives for academic achievement and social interaction. I've gotten to know Bella through our shared experiences on the academic honors course. Bella and I both being in 5 of the same classes this year and making up almost half the attendance. Looking back on the years I've spent as a peer and companion of Bella's, I've noticed qualities that deem her as an amazing individual. With a strive for academia, a compassionate heart, a knack for making friends, and a work ethic so intriguing and yet so effective, her academic career, when seen as but a portion of her life that's intertwined with her friends and her family and her sports and her passions, is at the very least inspiring. And though there have been some very late nights of study where she's tried to ask me about an assignment or questions on a worksheet and just so happens that I'm always asleep, it's always me asking her for help in the end. We've been through a lot of difficult times through these past years as students and peers, and it hasn't been for nothing since we've both reaped the results we tribulated for. And we've come to know one another. Time has passed by, and whether it's been fast or slow, now our paths are splitting on their own way through the unknown. Bella has accepted her admission to Cal Poly, and yet she still makes it apparent that she's hesitant on her choice now. She makes it seem as though she feels she made a wrong choice on such an opportunity. And so, before I hand this off to Bella, I'd like to say one thing to her, and that's this. Don't question why you decline the opportunities offered to you, but invest yourself in the possibilities you choose in their stead. I know that Cal Poly will be a campus that you'll immerse yourself into quickly, just like Union County. And these steps you are taking are just the beginning of a new chapter in your own ventures. You, just like the rest of us, have a bright future ahead of you. Just make sure you're not iffy on anything, but rather be confident in yourself. And now, everyone, our salutatorian, Bella Van Winkle.
Thank you, Landon. Hello, everyone, teachers, staff, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2025. I'm really honored to be up here today. Thank you all for being a part of this chapter of my life and making it one I'll always remember. 4 years ago, I came into this school as a stranger, unsure of where I would fit in. All of the faces around me were unfamiliar, but today, I look around and see not just familiar faces, but a collection of memories and experiences that have shaped us all into who we are now. Throughout these 4 years, I've come to understand that adaptability is our greatest strength. Let's take a moment to think about it. Over these past 4 years, we haven't just studied textbooks. We've learned how to adapt to a world that's constantly changing. All of us have faced our own unique challenges. Some of us started right here in this town, while others like me moved from far away. These past 4 years, we've adapted in so many different ways, whether it was finding the right lunch table, joining a sport you never played, or walking halfway across the school just to use the only working bathroom. But it wasn't just the small things. We adapted to challenging classes, busy schedules, changing friendships, and plans that didn't always work out the way we expected. Some of us even started fresh in a new place, learning how to belong where everything felt unfamiliar. All of those moments, some funny and some frustrating, helped shape us. They reminded us that change isn't something to fear. It's something we've already lived through, and it brought us closer even when things weren't perfect. Not every season ended with a victory, but sports taught many of us to keep showing up regardless. Whether you were on the field, in the stands, or riding the bus home after a tough loss, we learned how to persevere and support one another. That mattered more than any scoreboard. Balancing sports, classes, extracurricular activities, family responsibilities, and personal challenges has benefited us in ways we may not fully recognize. It has required us to do more than just manage our time. It has also strengthened our resilience, which will be essential as we move forward in our lives beyond these walls. As we prepare for our future endeavors, we each carry the valuable gift of adaptability. This isn't just about surviving whatever comes next. It's about thriving in it and enjoying it. No matter where life leads us, close to home or somewhere far away, remember that we have the strength to adapt and grow. We've faced change before, and we can do it again. Each time we will emerge as stronger versions of ourselves. So as we leave behind these familiar hallways and step into something new, hold on to that adaptability. Let it guide you, ground you, and remind you that you're ready even when it feels like you're not. As we move forward into the future, I encourage you to embrace every challenge and keep growing. Don't let the fear of the unknown stop you from seizing opportunities. So here's to the next step, wherever it takes us. Let's keep growing, challenging ourselves, and showing up for what matters. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you.
I'll never forget the day I met Katie McCashland, the first day of kindergarten, where our friendship began with an instant bond. One of my clearest memories from that year was being the only boy at her birthday party. Since our moms were close, Katie and I practically grew up together, sharing countless childhood memories. But as life often goes, we drifted apart for a while. She had her circle, and I had mine. High school slowly brought us back together, though, first in quick greetings in the hallway, then in shared honors and AP classes and choir. And this year, I realized something pretty amazing. Our friendship had grown back together even stronger than before. Throughout her high school years, Katie has shown excellence in leadership positions such as student council, FCA, and National Honor Society. Her character is shown in her 150 community service hours, where she has gone above and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you your class of 2025 valedictorian, Katie McCashland.
Thank you for the introduction, Grant. Our friendship means a lot to me. Good afternoon, everyone. To begin, I want to say some special thank yous. To my classmates, thank you for making the last 4 years so memorable. To my friends, thank you for always being there for me no matter what gets in the way. To my teachers, thank you for helping me grow and pushing me to my highest potential. To my family, thank you for always showing up for me. And a special thank you to my mom and dad, who have loved me unconditionally, always cheer me on, and have shaped me into the person I am today. Thanks to all of you for being such important people in my life. I would be lost without you. And thank you all for being here today to celebrate the class of 2025 and our amazing accomplishments. It is truly an honor to stand here today to be able to represent such an amazing group of students. When I began thinking about writing this speech, I won't lie, I struggled coming up with an idea. I didn't want this to be a boring speech that everyone dreads listening to, and I didn't want it to be too long or too short. I probably did a little too much overthinking when I began typing. I reflected back on these last 4 years and even the years before high school, and finally decided what I wanted to focus on during this speech. I'm sure we've all heard this before, but when we turn to look at the person beside us, we don't remember them for the grades they had or the awards that they won, but we remember them for how they've treated us. We remember them for their personality and character at heart. Awards are cool, but what's cooler is how we treat others. We've learned a lot in school, ranging from chemistry, math, English, and history, and while all of those subjects are important, the most important thing we have learned is how to interact with others in the correct way. I remember a poster in elementary school that hung on the wall, and it's always stuck with me. It said, "When we have the option to be right or be kind, choose kind." I've loved that saying ever since. No one will remember you for being the one that was always right, but they will remember you if you were kind. Even the smallest of gestures can create the biggest memories. Small acts of kindness can brighten someone's day. A simple smile can even save someone's life because we never know what the person next to us is going through. Your attitude is what matters most. When we treat others the way we want to be treated, that's how we will make a difference. When we're grown and old at our class reunions, how will you be remembered? We should also be kind to ourselves. We have to understand that we're still growing and learning, so mistakes are going to be made. There are times when we've all said or done the wrong thing and need to learn how to forgive ourselves for those mistakes. No one is perfect, but it's a matter of trying the best we can to be a good human. It's the lessons we learn that help us grow. We also need to be kind to ourselves when thinking about the future, stepping into the unknown, uncertain of where our lives will take us after graduation. It's a matter of being easy on yourself and letting fate take hold. We can't stress over the future because what's meant to be will be. So be kind to yourself and allow your life to take hold of what it's supposed to. The last thing I'd like to talk about is staying true to yourself. There are always going to be people who dislike you for being kind or mad at you for receiving an award, but that should never dull your sparkle. We can't let the darkness in others ruin the shine in our own lives. Don't pretend to be someone you're not just to fit into a certain circle. When we let our true self shine through, the people around us who truly care about us will stick by our sides and love us no matter what. They will celebrate your success and be there to pick you up when you fall. Those are the people you want to keep in your life. And don't forget to do the same to your friends. Be the friend that cheers them on and roots for their success every single day. It's truly crazy that we've finally come to this point in our lives. I always remember being a little kid, thinking it was going to take forever to grow up. But here we are. The memories we've created with each other are unforgettable. Even if we all grow apart when we go do our own things, we'll always have a tiny bit of the class of 2025 within us. Since elementary school, either at LES or CCUS, and those of you who moved in later, most of us have grown up together in the classroom and in life. Although we're parting directions, nothing can change the fact that we've helped each other grow into who we all are today. Middle school was a time when we mixed together into one class, and it might have been awkward at first, but look at us now. We've become lifelong friends and created some of the strongest bonds. To the senior class, you may be sad, you may be happy, or you may not feel any sort of emotion right now. Either way, we've done it, and it still seems unreal. Every assignment, interaction, friendship, and conversation has led to this moment. We are about to become adults in this crazy world. If we stay true to ourselves and remember who we want to be and what our goals are, nothing can stop us. As we leave here today, we will go take pictures with our family and friends, celebrate, and most likely forget most of what I just said. If that happens, I hope you all remember this above all else. Be who you are and be a good human. No matter where life takes us, let's go reach for our dreams and change the world. As we will continue to hear throughout the summer, congratulations to the class of 2025. I have no doubt that we are going to do some amazing things. Thank you.
Before I start recognizing some students, I would like to announce that at the end of our ceremony today, we would love it for our students to be able to exit the gym, go outside, and that's where we would like parents and families to meet their students. Last year, we didn't remind people to do that, and we had a backup of people at the door, and the kids couldn't get out. So please remain seated at the end of our ceremony so that the students can exit. And so it will work a lot better that way. So congratulations to the class of 2025. Katie and Bella, your speeches were awesome. Thank you for the words you spoke to us and for being such great students and human beings and the examples you have set for our younger students. To the class of 2025, frankly, you've been involved in a lot of things. All of you. I apologize in advance if I miss some of you today when I'm recognizing groups and students and individuals. It's not my intent to harm anyone or to hurt your feelings, so I apologize in advance if you don't get recognized today. First, I would like for this student to stand, and as we go along, hold your applause until All the students have been announced in the categories, so I would like for Leighton Jones to stand, please. Leighton starts his military entrance processing tomorrow in Indianapolis. He's going to be a Marine. Leighton, we all appreciate the sacrifice that you're prepared to make. Now I'm going to actually recognize some academic achievements. So as I call your name, please stand. These are students who are graduating with a Core 40 diploma with academic honors. And please hold your applause. Hayden Boatwright, Dylan Cantrell, Autumn Cantrell, Mackenzie Carter, Grant Cox, Kiera Curry, Haley Ferris, James Gill, Peyton Gilman, Haley Grimes, Abby Hensley, Elena Hensley, Andrew Honchel, Landon Klingman, Isaiah Lowe, Emily Marmer, Katie McCashlin, Isabella Norris, Harley Pilgrim, Ava Rambo, Gretchen Schlichter, Mackenzie Takara, Nathan Taylor, Bella Van Winkle, William Webb, and Emma Woolley. Now I'm going to introduce 6 students who are graduating with the Core 40 diploma, but with technical honors. Students, please stand to be recognized. Caleb Brewer, Alyssa Buttery, Devin Hill, Lily Ann Johnson, David Rudnick, and Hannah Smith. The cum laude honor is bestowed upon students who have earned a cumulative GPA between 3.5 and 3.6999. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing until I have announced all students in the category. Alyssa Buttery, David Rudnick, Hannah Smith, Casey Russell, Grant Cox, Isaiah Lowe, Allie Gray, William Webb, and Landon Cottle. The magna cum laude honor is bestowed upon students who have earned a cumulative GPA between 3.7 and 3.8999. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing. Logan Boone, James Gill, Hallie Hughes, Kiera Curry, Caleb Brewer, Olivia Kelly, Cody Sarah, Andrew Hounchel, Ava Rambo, and Lily Ann Johnson. The summa cum laude honor is bestowed upon students who have earned a cumulative GPA between 3.9 or higher. Please stand when I call your name. I would also like to say at this time, I'm going to give you some advice on continuous learning, and I'm so impressed that you guys have your stoles on correctly. I'm still teaching and I'm still learning, but you guys do that the rest of your life. Learn from the mistakes of others. Emma Woolley, Dylan Cantrell, Landon Klingman, Mackenzie Takara, Abby Hensley, Mackenzie Carter, Gretchen Schlichter, Isabella Norris, Peyton Gilman, Harley Pilgrim, Autumn Cantrell, Elena Hensley, Haley Grimes, Haley Ferris, Reagan Stamper, and Hayden Boatwright. Now I'd like to recognize our I-STAR students. The teachers who are announcing the names for graduation are our I-STAR teachers this year. So would Mackenzie Carter, Katie McCashlin, Emma Woolley, Carla Barnheiser, Cassidy Red, and Daniel Taylor please stand? I would also like to thank Haley Grimes, Katie McCashlin, Gretchen Schlichter, Emma Woolley for their hard work in organizing our baccalaureate program. Thank you. Okay, students, I'm going to throw a new one on you. I'm not going to say your names, but if you participated in art, band, choir, or drama, please stand. Thank you for your many performances this year. Our events, like today, are made better by you showcasing your talents. FFA members, please stand. This is our largest group at Union County High School. National Honor Society students, I will call your name. These students have met the requirements to be members of the National Honor Society in the areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Autumn Cantrell, Mackenzie Carter, Landon Caudle, Kiera Curry, Haley Ferris, Haley Grimes, Hallie Hughes, Landon Klingman, Katie McCashlin, Harley Pilgrim, Gretchen Schlichter, Bella Van Winkle, and Emma Woolley. You might notice that some of the students have on red cords. Those red cords come from the Solvita Blood Center. They're the ones that donate the cord. These students have donated at least 3 times, some of them more. They've donated blood this year or in their high school career. Mackenzie Carter, please stand. Kiera Curry, Haley Ferris, Haley Grimes, Bruce Johnson, Landon Klingman, Brian Teagarden, and Emma Woolley. As many of you are aware, we do have a requirement of community service to be a graduate of this school. A lot of you in the audience probably did the same thing in the last few years. I'm going to introduce students who volunteered over 100 hours, and I would like for them to stand. Autumn Cantrell, 106 hours. Haley Ferris, 117 and a half hours. Grant Cox, 120 hours. Katie McCashlin, 143 and a half hours. Vitelli Widner, 151 hours. Haley Grimes, 180 hours. Mackenzie Carter, 238 hours. Bruce Johnson, 260 hours. I would like for these 2 students to stand. They are graduates of the Whitewater Career Center. They are National Technical Honor Society students, Devin Hill and Hannah Smith. These students earned certificates from Ivy Tech through WCCC. For structural welding, Xander Garwood, Devin Hill, Hayden Lester, Callan Rudnick, and David Rudnick. These 2 students earned certificates in dementia care and nursing aid. Alyssa Buttery and Olivia Kelly. And in machine tool technology, Brian Teagarden. If you are an officer in one of our clubs this year, please stand. These are our leaders. Any club. Now I want to recognize our Hall of Fame students. Our most improved student is Emma Mitchell. Patriot Spirit Award winner is Katie McCashlin. Leadership Award, Dylan Cantrell. Human Rights Award, Katie McCashlin. Now I'm going to introduce students who took it upon themselves to work extremely hard this year to earn the Indiana College Core. These students, in really about 1 year's time, unless they took some dual credit or AP classes earlier than this year, they earned a complete year of college by working hard. These students had other tough classes, they had jobs, they had sports, they probably had some chores at home, well, at least I hope they did, but they still worked hard. I can promise you guys, you won't have a year of college as tough as this unless you go on to grad school and become physicists or doctors or something like that. You worked hard this year. So please stand to be recognized. Autumn Cantrell, Elena Hensley, Haley Ferris, Peyton Gilman, Haley Grimes, Ava Rambo, Mackenzie Takara, Nathan Taylor, and Emma Woolley. As you can see, we have a tremendous amount of students who have worked very hard academically. They are great leaders. They've set great examples for students in elementary and middle school, and even the younger students at the high school. All of these students have had a great impact on their teachers and their fellow classmates. It's a tradition that the principal sends off the graduating class with some advice, and so I will be very brief. You can use this advice in any situation, and it kind of mirrors what Katie said earlier. I'm advising you to be the best human being that you can be each day. That includes being honest, hardworking, caring, and having integrity in all that you do. Some days you're going to fail. You'll go to bed at night and you'll think, I was not the best human I can be today. We all do that. But I can promise you, if you try to be the best human every day, you'll have many more good days than bad days. And you'll be able to sleep better at night for being a good person. So don't give up. Make that your goal. Be the best human you can be every day. Finally, to the Board of Trustees, I proudly present to you the class of 2025. I enthusiastically certify their eligibility to participate in this ceremony as they have met or exceeded the local and state graduation requirements. By the powers vested in me by the state of Indiana and the Union County College Corner Joint School Corporation Board, I determine that all of these students are ready to receive their diplomas. Let's start roll call.
Katie Jean McCashlin. Bella Lee Van Winkle. Gretchen Lee Schlichter. Emma Sue Woolley. Autumn Taylor Cantrell. Harley Madison Pilgrim. Mackenzie Scott Carter. Kira Lynn Curry. Dalton Douglas Adams. Xander Owen Garwood. Cora Louise Allen. Irina K. C. Tony. Hayden Lynn Boatwright. Dylan Ray Cantrell. Logan Robert Boone. Dalton Dean Creech. Caleb Wade Brewer. Callan Burke Rudnick. Alyssa Nicole Buttery. Carly Joe Taylor. Landon Cole Caudill. Haley Lee Ferris. Grant Carter Cox. Landon Lee Scott Klingman. Alayla Faye Christine Krager. Ava Danielle Rambo. Hayden Randall Krager. Ketchka Renee Isaacs. Xander Durden Dotson. Case David Gerber. Sarah Uriah Noon Fitzpatrick. Brian Robert Teagarden. Tallis Nevin Fulton. Blake Liam Walters. James Randall Gill. Isaiah Ronald Lowe. Peyton Sky Gilman. Hallie Renee Hughes. Allie Joe Gray. Kendra Nicole Peters.
Asa Colt Green. Dustin Allen Shepard. Haley Elizabeth Grimes. Troy Calvin Witter. Abby Lynn Hensley. Emma Grace Mitchell. Elena Rain Hensley. Isabella Grace Norris. Elijah Wade Hensley. Evan Glenn Winkler. Devin Antonio Hill. David Kenneth Rudnick. Andrew Michael Houchel. Cody Christopher Sarah. Kaylin Sue Isaac. Leighton Walker Jones. Bruce Keith Johnson. Christian Scott Plumley. Lillian Faith Johnson. Casey Michelle Russell.
Olivia Ruth Kelly. Hannah Michelle Smith. Michael Richard Kenworthy. Lydia Laurel Smith. Hayden Matthew C. Lester. Vitelli Lucas Widner. Hannah Noel Lucas. Haley Danielle Marmazet. Emily Marmer. Amerlin Louise Shoemaker. Austin Wade Zwerline. Dominic James Smith. Colton Timothy R. Wicker. Evan Keith Snyder. Rosalind Lee Spurlock. Reagan Nicole Stamper. William Darian Webb. Mackenzie Jade Takara. Nathan Dale Taylor.
Good afternoon again, everyone. As we stand at the close of this ceremony with our tassels about to shift and our paths about to part, I want to take one final moment to say goodbye. Today we have heard reminders of how the sunrise marks not only beginnings, but also our strength, our resilience, and our shared experiences. But just as the sun rises, it also sets, not in sorrow, but also with the quiet promise that tomorrow it will rise again. This isn't just an ending, it's a transformation. Today we say farewell not only to high school, but to the versions of ourselves that got us here. We learn to cope, to adapt, and to persevere when the world fell upside down. We say goodbye to the comfort of familiar hallways and hello to the uncertainty of what lies ahead. We carry with us memories of laughter, nerves, and celebrations after wins. The quiet courage, the determination, and the moments of growth we didn't even realize were happening at the time are also important. So, class of 2025, as we scatter in every direction, some close to home and others far away, and dreams still forming, remember this. Farewells don't have to mean forgetting. Every step forward carries traces of where we've been. and the people who've walked beside us. Thank you to the teachers who never gave up on us, to the parents and families who believed in us, and to each other for making this journey what it was. As we walk off this stage, may we move forward with hope and courage. Farewell, not forever, but just for now. Congratulations again, class of 2025.
Graduates, please stand and follow along as we assist in the turning of the tassels. Ready? I'm so sorry. Do I need to say this handwritten part in?
If you will say that, that'd be great.
Okay. Family, members, and guests, please remain seated until all graduates have left the gym. Thank you.